spirit of my spirit. Oh, vengeful spirit, the eyes of my... Hey,
no more fucking songs.
I'm not doing this song.
No more songs.
I'm not.
No more songs.
This is Roland from Defense of the Patients, a Dota 2 podcast. We'd like to thank you for listening, and we hope you're enjoying our content. If you are, tell a friend. Find .p on defenseofthepatients.com or go to iTunes to download the show and leave a comment. We will read the best on the show. Also, you can go to Facebook and give us a like. Sincerely, from everybody here on the show, thank you for listening to .p.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients, a Dota 2 podcast. I'm your host Cyphus, sitting here with my co-host Roland.
Roland 2015.
That's right. For I think most everybody who hears this, it'll probably officially be 2015. Maybe a couple of the West Coasters will still be New Year's Eve. So to you guys, you're probably not listening to us because it's got to be close to midnight. So yeah, it'll be New Year's Day.
Yeah, it's gonna be New Year's Day soon. If you're listening to this, and it's not New Year's, well, you still live in the past, bro.
Yeah, 2015's the wave of the future.
Yeah, it is the way of the future. So,
yeah.
New Year's episode. This one is gonna be more centered on a really cool interview that we did.
We recorded it earlier with
Hyasiance.
Yeah, everybody knows. Well, everybody, at least in the guild, I think, knows.
Yeah, and I mean that JD article is huge, and her whole experiment is huge, and we get really in depth on that with her.
It's basically her play like a girl experiment. We get into the details in that, so we'll just save it for that. But it's really interesting. Do hang around, listen to that.
Yes, do.
And
we're gonna.
She's just a nice person in general.
Yeah, she's really nice. Really, really nice. It was hard to get off the phone because we just kept chattering the whole time, and it was like, okay, we'll talk to you soon. And she's like, oh, check out this picture I drew, and it's like, all right, yeah, let's. Oh, wow, that's really good. Wow, that's really, really good.
And her Dota cake.
And her Dota cake and her Batman cake.
Yeah.
She's crafty as well. So we kind of wanted to bring you a shorter episode. We're still going to go over our state of affairs.
Yeah, because we have to.
We have to. We have to keep you guys updated. We also, want to kind of center this episode on Cyphus's mic being pulled toward
Hey, man, I was a little far away.
No, just kidding. We want to center this more on Hyasiance and what she did. We thought it was really honorable and cool and had awesome and interesting results. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into my state of affairs.
You want me to pull up your exact numbers?
Sure. So I got Meepo in 1, like I was saying.
For your all-hero.
For my all-hero. That was last episode. But then I got Necrophos, who is fucking awesome. Didn't realize how awesome he is. And I have that Anubis set, so I look like, I don't know, an old Egyptian pharaoh.
You got him in 2?
I got him in 2, yeah. The first game we should have won. But yeah. I don't know. I thought I knew Necrophos really well.
That first game I was getting,
and I didn't.
I was getting fucked hardcore.
Weren't you playing as Ricky?
I was playing as Wraith.
Oh, as Wraith King.
And
that's right.
I got shut down by the axe.
And you got shut down by was a drow or a sniper?
No, it was
it's like Clinks, drow, sniper, some ranged hero that just kept fucking you up.
I can't remember.
Over.
Axe was the big problem, though.
Yeah, that was a pain in the axe, for sure.
He was slicing that wave, and I tried, and I posed this question. I posed this question to both Roland and
we've talked
Wazoo.
about this on the show, I'm sure.
And one of the so when Axe cuts the wave, one of the strategies that I had supported was saying, hey, fuck it, just let him take it.
Let him take it, get the same amount of farm at the tower, let him cut the wave.
Stand under the tower, let him cut the wave, and just leave him be. But as Wraith, and I was also a solo Wraith at that.
Yes, you were, because we had a jungle lifestealer that he wanted to be in the jungle. No matter what happened, he was a jungle lifestealer.
He locked in lifestealer first.
Yeah, he's going to jungle lifestealer. Don't worry, guys. He's got it under control. He's a jungle lifestealer, which is fine. I think he's one of the cooler junglers. But we've talked about it before, when to and when not to jungle.
And I just don't know that me being, especially, I mean,
Wraith King's
with my experience anyway.
He's an okay offlaner.
Well, so the issue was that Axe I stuck through with my plan. I let him cut the wave, and I absorbed about 2 creep waves worth of XP and farm.
But you're taking creep damage as well.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Because you don't want them hitting the tower. So it is hard. It takes away your sustainability.
Yeah, to a degree. I was popping tangos. I was out of healing within 3.5 minutes in lane.
Sure.
And had no support there. But
you had Lifestealer in the jungle.
Yeah. So anyway, I got the 2 creep waves worth of farm. I really wasn't that damaged. I was about like a little over 3/4 health, probably, like 80% health, and Axe decided to engage me.
Axe fights you,
and there was nothing, even under tower. There was nothing I could do. Oh no,
dude! Axe is one of those heroes that it's just like, if you don't know, if you haven't seen that before, I remember the first time I saw an Axe cut the wave and was like, what the fuck? You can't do that. You can't do that. And yeah, you can do that.
So here's my question to the listening audience. What do I do? What do we do?
I posted an article on Reddit about this.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cool stuff on it.
When you've got Axe in the off lane, you're in the safe lane. What's the best thing that you think you can put up against him? What's the best thing to shut Axe down? And I realize that maybe that's not the right way to approach it. But yeah, what should I plop in my safe lane to oppose an Axe cutting the lane?
Ancient Apparition.
Anyway, I just want to know what everybody thinks. Well, but I mean, I don't have any.
Yeah. As Wraith, don't be in the lane as Wraith King. I think is the answer
probably,
there.
Probably.
Solo laning against an Axe.
We probably should have thrown you down.
Yeah, Necrophos.
But you were up against Bristle and Windranger. Was it?
Yeah, and I was solo.
Oh, that's what was screwing me. I was up against Juggernaut and Axe. Yeah, that was the problem.
They were fucking you up for sure. Yeah, I was just solo laning, and I deviated from the build. The build told me to not go Heartstopper Aura, like max out. But the thing is, I wasn't getting last hits other than what my Heartstopper was getting me. And that was how I was harassing them as well, was my Heartstopper. So I maxed that shit out, like right off the bat. And they couldn't even stand near me. They couldn't. Bristleback and Windranger. They just were like, nope. And they were completely out of experience range. I was alone, basically, from the start. It was awesome. And then I had to leave. Because it was like,
we were losing that lane.
We're getting fucked. And it was like, I had to leave. And then all of a sudden, next time I saw Bristleback and Windranger, they were fed. And it was like, oh, fuck. So, anyway, my MMR is like 16.
Your solo is 1186.
1186, that makes
sense. 1188, sorry.
Okay.
And your party is 1657.
1657. So, it's on the rise in comparison to previous episodes, but it's down in comparison to previous episodes as well. I've realized that basically my MMR is the same, if not lower, than when we started this podcast, and I've played about 500, 600 games maybe since starting this podcast. So maybe less, I don't know.
I am still 400 points above my lowest point ever, so I'm feeling semi okay.
My lowest point, was much lower.
We've been climbing again a little lately.
A little bit. Even though Wazoo's on a 5 losing streak, I'm on like a 3, I think. No, I got Necrophos. We won earlier today.
Yeah, you and I had.
So we had
a
1
for 3 today.
Yeah, it's been a rough day. It's New Year's Eve. We are getting ready to go over to a friend's house, but we wanted to finish this episode. We did record with Hyasiance because we respect our future selves, and we knew doing it today was probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
So we recorded it. Go ahead and give your state of affairs.
Oh yeah. We'll just run through it real quick. 1209 and on the solo, and 1583 on my party.
1583. So
that last one dropped me below 16.
We'll get you back into the 16s. I want you all to enjoy what you're about to hear. I know I fucking did. It was really, really interesting to get this perspective from Hyasiance. So let's go ahead and let's cut away to the interview we did with Hyasiance, and we'll be right back with you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Wazoo. You might know me from such things as I was on .p for a little while, and that's it. Today I'm here to talk to you about .p's Patreon. Patreon is a website that lets you fund your project in different and interesting ways. Think Kickstarter, but with a more monthly backing. It lets you support things in a way that is very personal. It goes directly to the person that is creating the content that you so enjoy. And while I almost said myself, Roland and Cyphus have been doing a great job. I listen to the show every time it comes out. And as someone personal to the project and also outside of it, now that I'm not in, I feel like I'm almost the best spokesman to say, donate if you can, donate if you've enjoyed the show, and most importantly, keep participating in the guild and everything else. We appreciate you most of all, and we look forward to building a fantastic community with all of you.
And we're back with Elise Stevenson, better known as Hyasiance or Hyasiance.
Or Hyasiance.
Or Hyasiance.
Hya works.
I just like Hyasiance.
See, I've always said it correct.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I never thought of the Hyasiance thing before because I just went with Hyasiance. It was actually a random WoW-generated name that stuck. So I never really knew how to pronounce it, but I really like the Hyasiance thing.
Hyasiance. I think of like the...
She blinded me with Hyasiance?
She blinded me with Hyasiance.
Most people call me Hya. Most people call me Hya. And then when I heard you doing the Hyasiance thing, I'm like, I want that to be how it's pronounced.
We named Eric Marcuse Easy Marquise.
I know, and I call him Easy Marquise all the time, and I blame you guys.
Sorry, we didn't hear his voice for a long time.
Yeah, we're trendsetters, all right? Yeah, that's what happens.
Hya, I prefer Hya. So you did this. I remember when you were starting this, and you asked me a bunch of questions, and I was like, it's going to be really hard for you to get those voice modulars. And you did it. Like, congratulations.
Before we do this, you got to explain. I know, but I understand, but you got to explain so that everybody knows what we're talking about. Hya, give us a rundown of what you did with Play Like a Girl.
Okay, so basically, I was sitting down. I was trying to figure out. I needed to write an article about something, and I was trying to figure out what to write about. And somebody was like, "Write what you know, of course." And so I know how girls are treated in games because I am one. But there's like this huge movement with misogyny in gaming, and what the gaming community is like and how they treat girls. And I see some of that, but for the most part, it's actually pretty great. And it's sort of a community I've always sort of fit into. So I wanted to touch on something that is in the media and sort of give a different point of view because basically it's like the quote unquote angry feminist usually complaining about how girls are treated in games. And frankly, the guys that need to listen to it don't care what they have to say.
Sadly.
Exactly, right? So I decided, I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, oh man, it would be so cool if guys knew what it was like and really knew what it was like to play like a girl. And so then I was like, oh, if they could use voice modulators and they could change their name and it kind of snowballed from that like aha moment. Mm-hmm. And so
it was an epiphany, is what they call it. An epiphany.
It was like the virtual light bulb above my head went on. No, it was good. And then I thought it was just me. And then it turned out that a bunch of guys that I knew were like, no, this is really cool. You should do this. I would do it. And so it sort of was born. And then a couple of my friends were helping me find the voice modulators and ones that would work, and we downloaded a bunch and found a couple that were better than others. And they still don't work great with some voices. Typically, if your voice is higher pitched, it just makes you sound like a chipmunk. It doesn't really work.
So Roland would sound like a chipmunk.
I have a voice modulator. I have to talk like this in order for it to make me sound like a woman.
Slack totally had a fail because his voice is already naturally high pitched, right?
Who's this?
Interaction Slacks.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did it on his stream, and he did like 10 hours straight because we were getting the guys to do 10 hours with the voice modulator.
And with the name change, of course. And
yeah, they had to change their name and their picture.
What did he? Do you know what he changed his name to?
Originally, Fire Crotch Bitch.
And then you're like, no, that's misogynistic.
I messaged him. I'm like, no respectable girl would call themselves that.
Yeah, and that's like misogynistic in and of itself.
Right? So
What would a
then
woman
he's
think
like,
to call
"Well,
us out?"
That was the name my girlfriend gave me to use. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
So he changed it. I can't remember. I think like Izzy something. I can't remember what he changed it to now.
Oh my god.
I remember, speaking of the aforementioned Easy Merkeezy, who we were,
like
we were
Candyland,
talking
wasn't it?
about him. No, he was like Princess Candyland.
Yeah,
I think.
Princess Candyland.
You went with-
You went with a bunch. There were some really good ones. Like Gorgon did it. And he was Amy Jo
Gorgon.
Johnson.
Who? Gorgon?
Yeah, I've never heard of
Gorgon.
this
Yeah, I don't know if you
Gorgon
guys have
fellow.
heard of that guy.
No, he's too big for us.
Yeah. So he did Amy Jo Johnson, and then his
Oh, that's
picture
good.
was Pink Ranger, which I was like, yeah, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that is good.
That's
That
way
is
That is-
good.
right?
That's convincing.
And let's see, one of my friends, Matt, his name was Lesmeralda, which I thought was like, I laughed so hard I couldn't even, I just couldn't, like it was just too good.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was the cool thing that happened was these guys just ran with it, like they just were like, this, I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be good. One guy, DKC 1011, God, he got the weirdest stuff. I think he played like the most different game. Like when he was playing in No More Room in Hell. Somebody was actually physically masturbating to the sound of his voice.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
And so, but one of the things about him is that he's from Ireland, and if he
Irish
sort of
chicks are kind of attractive.
changed his
gotta
voice
say.
a bit, right? So if he changed his voice to be sort of more northern accent than his actual natural accent, he sounded exactly like Luna.
Luna.
So when he was playing Dota,
I love
and then of course he
Luna.
sounds like Luna. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah.
But honestly, Fridge Master probably got the most hate.
He's
Like,
Quebecois.
I know.
Fridge Master.
He got so much hate. Like he got called every name in the book. He was
he-
getting like rape threats. It was terrible. But
Oh.
one,
No way. Did they
one
get
of
like
the
permanent
things that
bans?
was
These
the
people?
coolest. There's bad. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think of like he got called so many names and stuff, man. And then somebody said that they found the city he lives in, but he had forgotten that it was on his Smurf account, so he got really freaked out over not much, but he was, yeah.
Well, once they, yeah, wow,
Yeah, that's creepy.
that is,
Yeah.
that's results I bet you weren't expecting. That is scary. If any
But
of you
you know
listen
what
to this show, stop, because you do not have our core values.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean any of them
Yeah.
do this?
It is, though.
Undertake
If
these
any-
activities?
Yeah.
I kind of expected that stuff because I've experienced all of that stuff. But not that often. I mean, it's the jerks are going to be jerks, right? They're
Yeah,
going to be
your
jerks to
mantra.
everybody. I've been in a game where like I've logged in and they're like, I say, "Oh, hey guys." In the loading screen and they're like, "GG, we lost, tits on the team," and stuff like that, right?
What?
Wow.
Tits on the
Yeah.
team? That's
Oh, yeah.
horrible.
Uh,
And it
Oh my
even
God.
rhymes. That's horrible. Like they had that much time to make it rhyme. I didn't mean to. I'm just
I don't
a
know
poet
if-
and I didn't even know.
I don't know if they did or I did, but
so, did you set any parameters for them? Like, I mean, were they? Did you? Because so part of me wonders if maybe they didn't provoke some of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you set parameters like we, just treat it like you would any other game? Treat it like you, don't, speak about, call your missings,
Yeah.
request
So-
assistance at the tower, that kind of stuff. Like, were they just doing basic stuff, or do you think these guys were potentially going, "Oh, hey everybody, how's your day? What's going on?"
I'm Candace.
like playing it up a little.
Yeah.
I told them not to.
Okay.
I told them to play as they normally would.
Okay.
And only thing being different was that,
Was-
their name and their stuff was different. How they were presenting themselves was different. And now, excuse me, sorry. I'm sure not everybody followed that to the letter.
Sure,
You know what I
sure.
mean? Because they get into it. Oh my God. Just listening to them, like I have vent with a bunch of friends. And when they were all trying out the voice modulator, they were all in the vent at the same time. And it was the most hilarious conversation I think I've ever had in my life. and they're like talking about places to keep lipstick. It was hilarious, but they weren't supposed to do that stuff in game. They were supposed to play as they normally would. Now, I don't know if you've ever gotten Fridge Master mad in a game.
I know he swears a lot.
Yeah, so even though, like, that's his normal, right? So
Yeah.
even if he presents himself like that, people don't expect women to act like that.
Right. That is kind of a more masculine trait.
Right? So
probably,
he's going
rage.
to get more of a response. He's somebody who has like a more out there personality that, is loud and swears and is not necessarily how people would expect a girl to present themselves, and therefore gets more flaming because they're a girl presenting themselves that way or presenting themselves as it gets really confusing.
You should have ragers. There should be women ragers out there.
There are.
But-
I
Good.
played a lot.
But
Yeah.
probably per capita far less than there are men.
I know.
Like,
Too bad. But I would love to have a woman
female-
rager on my team.
I
wouldn't
have
criticize
my
her.
moments myself.
You rage?
Sometimes I raged at Fridge, not like legitimately, but he's never allowed to play Bristleback in a game with me again. And like I get mad, or like if they talk to me, I get marriage proposals a lot. It's another thing.
So creepy.
Yeah, actually, when we had Amanda on, she mentioned the exact same thing.
Marriage proposals.
The marriage proposals, getting
And
a
if
lot
you
of-
turn them down, they get really angry. And then, like, I had a guy in a game once, and he proposed, and I'm like, dude, no. Actually, I believe what my exact response was, like, it was a marriage proposal, and then I said no, and then he was like, tits or GTFO, and I'm like, my tits like winners, so shut up and play the game. Because you have to have good responses, because
Yeah, you got to be quick.
But then
in
they
order
get
to...
like really mad if you turn them down, right? And then like he was taking stuff off the courier. Now this was a ranked match, like 3.5K, and he was taking stuff off the courier like when I bought it, and like hiding my shit around the map
What
Wow.
a dick.
before like they made it so you can't take stuff off the courier that isn't yours. So he was like hiding my stuff all over the map and like trees and stuff.
That is. I'm only
Because I
laughing
wouldn't marry
because I'm
him.
astounded. That is crazy.
It's funny because I logged in today, and there was a message on my my profile page, and it's definitely a marriage proposal.
Oh my god.
That's up there right now. And there's actually a guy like
Can
I've
you
had a lot
read
of
it to
Twitter
us?
ads.
Can you happen to open it and read the marriage proposal? Maybe
Yeah,
raise
like-
awareness.
Hold on, let me.
Okay, go ahead and open that up. Let's hear what it says.
And I have like a lot of ads right now on Twitter because of all this stuff. So I'm just kind of following everybody back. And there's this one guy who's like harassing my inbox.
What? Report him.
Um,
Block him.
I know, I did.
Okay.
Anyway, this guy from German MKD, he says, "Do you want to get married with me?"
Oh my god! Like
That came in. I didn't even see it before today, but apparently the 6th of December at 3:20.
oh my gosh! I know Feeder Noob. She will not allow her profile to be made public. Because I mean she gets a fair amount of people that look at her videos on YouTube, and she apparently tried it and it didn't work out. Is what she said. So I'm sure she, has gone through the ringer as well. This is ridiculous.
Well, you know what actually
We
happened?
need cameras at our faces at all times in order to not be anonymous, and like our social security number right beneath like our photo on every single game, just so you can report them to the police for this harassment. It's gross.
And the thing is, I know that we're talking a lot about the harassment, but it's gotten a lot better. Like a lot better.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet. No, it's not. But I not only do I want to sort of shed light on the not there yet part, for the most part, the gaming community is a lot more supportive. And I can see that by sort of the outpouring of people volunteering to do this project. Guys like you guys having me on the show and stuff to talk about it.
I'll be Batman. I'll be Batman, and I'll dress up, and they won't go out at night because the Batman sign will be up, and I'll fucking take them all out. Don't worry. No,
Sounds
that's sick.
fabulous.
Aren't
Get
you-
off our fucking video game, you sickos.
Aren't you a little short to be Batman?
I've had my fair share, but
Sorry, go on. Hi, I just want. I was
I
excited
got,
about being Batman.
I got my stream, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, last month, I think. My stream got attacked by, like, the 4chan guys or whatever.
4chan guy. I don't
Yeah,
know what.
they're an anonymous hacker group that more or less just causes chaos and havoc.
Yeah, they're like,
What a cool core of like, what
Okay.
a cool moral compass.
My stream, literally, when I stream, has maybe, like, maybe 3 people watching it. I'm not very popular. But when they came in, I had like 70 people in there. And they're like spamming pictures of Hitler and
oh my god. Like what? Why? Just cause like people will get a response out of this? Like,
right.
Who are these fucking people?
If I had put a shoe on my head, it would have stopped. It was the shoe on the head thing, which I didn't know anything about. But they're like calling me all sorts of names.
They wanted you to put a shoe on your head?
Yeah, they wanted me to put a shoe on
my head. And then
they'd
stop if you put a shoe on your head?
There was no shoe, and I was in the game of Dota, and I won the game of Dota. Fuck those guys. But, yeah, no, they were like, excuse me, sorry, like calling me tubby tits, and, oh god, all sorts of terrible names. And then eventually they got bored with me and went to some other girl's stream, but they were doing it on all of the female streamers that night.
Wow.
So,
yeah, it's.
I'm gonna write a letter to my local congressman.
It's hard to assess, and I know that it's hard to assess for me and Roland particularly how big of a problem it is because we're not women. I've never had an experience like that.
I have, but it was because I was feeding. That was the
reason. but when we get harassed, it's either completely inane and has nothing to do with us as people at all. And it's just because some random trolls on there. I mean, I had that the other night with that guy who every time I had a courier or had the courier deliver me an item, he was sending the courier straight into the enemy team's tower.
Dude.
And he was just there to troll and cause problems. But
a fuck you new bidet keeps the doctor away. Okay, that's what I get. Speaking of doctors, you save lives, Haya. Tell us about how you save lives.
I save lives 1 foot at a time. No, I'm a nurse. Because we were talking a little bit about the psych thing.
Before the show started.
Before the show.
Yes. So no one was able to hear. We were chatting with Haya, and I kept saying, we should be recording. And they just kept going, we
were having a conversation, damn it.
That's because everything that comes out of my mouth is golden.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Even after I've drank a bottle of wine and sung you.
Oh, yes.
You did sing us
we have that saved.
We're waiting to unload that one.
But yeah, so I'm a nurse. I'm also a mom.
Wow. Congratulations. How many children?
Just one, and he's 6, and he plays Dota. His name's Zachary.
What's his moniker?
Zach Knight.
Zach Knight. Cool.
Nice.
He definitely has steam. We went to a pub stomp last year in Toronto, and all of the cosplayers were totally hitting on him. He had a shirt that said, it was like a picture of Ursa, and it said "Feed me," and then on the back it said "Road to TI 16."
Nice.
Yeah, I totally made it.
That's cool.
And
he's gonna grow up right. That kid won't harass women.
No.
On games.
You know, it's funny because I was starting to do this whole project, and he was playing with Legos because he was 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
How unprogressive.
Right?
No, I grew up on the goes.
He had this, he'd built this huge race car thing, and he was talking about how there were girls on his team. And I said to him, he's like, "Mommy, there are girls on my team." And I said, "Oh, that's really good." I said, "What do the girls do on your team?" And he's like, "They drive the race car, Mom."
That's cool.
And I was like, "That's awesome.
Badass."
And then I said, "But can girls drive race cars?" And he said, "Girls can do anything boys can do, Mom, except pee standing up." So,
we do have you beat evolutionarily.
Yeah.
I mean,
one up. That's the one thing nature left us.
Yeah.
So I downloaded WoW, the trial version, on his computer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Does he play it?
He runs into walls and likes to jump. Which is much how I play WoW, actually. And
I have a past with the WoW crack.
I was sitting here with one of my friends the other night, and he was on YouTube watching Minecraft videos, which was fine. And then he started watching Five Nights at Freddy's videos, and all of a sudden I hear this scream from across the room. I'm like, what the heck? He's like, "That thing came out of nowhere." He was freaking out. I just downloaded Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's funny. Well, he sounds like a smart kid. 5 years old. Minecraft, Legos. That's awesome. I've always said Minecraft is awesome for children.
Yeah.
Give every child Minecraft.
He just turned 6. He wanted a Dota cake, so I baked a Dota cake.
Oh, I saw a picture of that Dota cake on Twitter.
Right?
It was a good Dota cake.
I didn't.
I thought so myself.
Was it like the Dota logo?
Yeah, it's like I'll send it to you later. It's the Dota logo.
Okay.
And then it's like flamey colors on the side. I've done a Batman cake. It was pretty badass. Since you're going to be Batman.
You should do a Roland Batman cake.
Yeah.
And then I'll make it my profile picture. A Roland Batman cake.
I do like sketches and stuff too. And I do like sketches of Dota heroes and stuff. I don't know. I stay busy.
Send them in. We'll distribute that.
Yeah, we'll put it up on the website.
Yeah. I mean, anything done by Hyasiance is worth a lot.
If you do make a Roland Batman cake, he needs to be in a lineup of all superheroes and about half their height. That's the only stipulation.
It wasn't half. It was 3/4 quarters. 3/4 their height.
So, what I did want to say
is
you said you don't know what it's like to play like a girl. We're doing a phase 2.
Really?
Okay, all right.
I'll play like a girl.
You should play
like a girl. And I have a great voice modulator. I think I can get it to work so long as I talk like this. I can sound just like a woman.
You should do that and say, I am Batman.
I am Batman.
That made my evening.
So how do people sign up for the phase 2?
There is a website, which I can send you links to, but it's Altochica, like ALTOCHICKA .wix.com / play like a girl.
Okay, and we will put a link to that on the show notes on our website. So if you need to find it, you can hit defenseofthepatients.com and look for this episode, which is episode 42.
42.
And we'll have a link to the
answer to life
and to the article.
What is the?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's that episode.
It is that episode. The answer to life is 42. It's not the answer to life.
It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Yeah, the life, the universe, and everything is 42.
That's right.
So it's been a great episode with Hyasiance, or Hyasiance.
Hyasiance.
We're going to play your song at the start of this episode.
Oh, God.
We are. We're going to play your song at the start of this episode. We've been saving it.
It was like one of those things where I hang up the phone and I immediately regret my decision.
And you're like, what? There's no 3 to erase previous? There's no 3 to erase previous?
I was waiting for it.
No, we don't allow deletes. No.
Oh, we've got it. It's in my secret vault of hard drives.
So I want to hit on one more thing. You feel like and they got this from the JoinDota article. Mally wrote this. You guys ought to go take a look at it. Go to search JoinDota. Play like a girl.
There's a good chunk.
Yeah. Oh, and
what she wrote.
But you talked about how you think. In fact, I'll just quote it. Over the last 10 years, the gaming community has transitioned away from immature misogynists as the gaming community has aged and matured in its own right. Mm-hmm. So you think, and I guess that kind of makes sense, right? That we've, as gamers, have grown, from the realistically like the mid to late 80s on to now. That first generation of gamers has completely grown up. A new generation has come in. We're seeing people in their 30s and 40s who are playing video games regularly. We're seeing
right now. I'm 30. You
see?
Well,
and I am as well.
1984 fist bump.
That's a good year. But
anyway.
So I mean, do you think this is something that will inevitably mature out of us, or do you think that we're going to have to really target the offenders?
Eugenics, dude. I think what we need to do is make sure that they can't have babies, the people that are doing this.
We can Gattaca this shit.
Because I know that when I was 13, because I've been playing games since I was like 10, okay?
Yeah,
my first MMO, I was like 10. And it was called Nexus. It was a Korean MMO. Anyway, I wasn't a fucking misogynistic little creepo when I was like 10 years old. Like, I don't think you grow out of it. I think you're either a misogynistic creepo or you're not. And if you're a misogynistic creepo, go fuck yourself.
Well, and some games are worse than others, right? Like, the FPS scene is probably much worse.
That was a little too much.
I have experienced it to a degree with the FPS.
With Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
But we're also not women.
Well, no. I mean, I've experienced women. Well, because playing with a friend of ours, Dalamir, and his girlfriend and my girlfriend, we all did a lot of Halo together. And you get a ton of guys in the FPS scene.
13-year-old kids.
Isn't her name like Meow Meow? What's her name again?
Mer.
Yeah, so it's like it's obviously
it's very obviously a female's name.
Yeah, it's
and they get shit instantaneously. I mean, upon entering the match, and it's so strange that you get that shit from teammates.
It's weird, yeah. It's
Well, and
Dota
that's-
2. We're all fighting together, you know.
Yeah, and that happens a lot on Dota. I find certain games, like I play World of Warcraft, and mostly what happens when people find out I'm a girl is they give me free stuff, which is sort of like the other end of the.
It's just like a sword.
Yeah.
There's two
Well,
sharp
the-
sides.
completely.
Amanda, the first Panda was mentioning that sometimes guys
Will
will
dive for her.
to save her life.
Yes.
To be chivalrous, which is which I find it hard to believe that those are the misogynistic guys. I'm guessing those are the overcompensating guys, probably.
Right. And that only works if I'm carrying their support and I manage to get out alive.
And you're like,
Otherwise, you're
"Fuck
fucking
yeah."
up the game too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So
It's been so great talking to you. It's been way too long. I kept bugging you, like, when are you going to come on our show?
Well,
and you're like, not just yet. Not
Actually,
just
the
yet.
last 2 times have been my fault specifically.
Yes, Cyphus' fault. He's just fucking up all around town.
Because I told Haya we would record. I believe it was the last 2
I think he
episodes we
said
were
the
supposed
Christmas
to have her
episode,
on.
but the Christmas episode
Oh.
we did way early because of family.
Yeah, and then the
we were
episode
waiting
before
for this
that.
to come out on JoinDota too. So we were
Mm-hmm.
sort of waiting for that part
it's-
to happen.
And it's episode 42, the secret
Mhm.
of the life, the universe,
Well,
and everything. So,
No shit. I mean,
so.
It had to be. It had to be. So we're going to include the link to this for Play Like a Girl. If you guys, I'm sure if you search it on Google, you can find it, but you'll find it on defenseofthepatients.com for sure. And go ahead and search for that JoinDota article, which we'll also include a link to.
Sign up.
It's really interesting stuff, and it's written by our good friend Mally over there at JoinDota.
But a good portion of it, I think, was left alone and was written also by.
Oh,
Hyasiance.
definitely, yeah.
And then the front page of the Play Like a Girl site, if you click on Read More, that's like the full breakdown article of the like phase 1 of the project, and it's got like the stats aren't really statistically viable because I think only 12 people finished it the first time around, and I'm looking to get 100 guys this time at least, and I've got like a more stats friendly Phage help me with the questions for round 2, so it can be actually done as a quantifiable experiment as
Yeah.
opposed to
well, we
hey,
call
this
that
sounds
a,
fun.
we call that a pilot study, you know?
Yes, we do.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just got 2 more. Cyphus and I are ready.
Yeah,
Play
I'm
like a
definitely
girl.
down.
I'll be Rolanda.
And it's because of you guys I got sort of the bigger names into it
Because of
the first time.
us.
Sort of.
I doubt that.
Like,
highly.
it was
But thank-
Eric.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Eric,
Okay,
but
there
yeah.
we go. There we go. That makes a lot more sense.
Well, Eric is one of us, so yeah, it was because of us. Thank you. Yeah, we
Yeah, well,
appreciate
I'm one of
it
your
very much.
officers too, so
Oh, we know. We know you're
Yeah.
one of our officers. We saw that
So-
tweet earlier, and we keep close tabs on the guild.
yeah, we
No,
like to
Eric
keep-
has taken free reign on that. That is Eric's domain, and he's an awesome guy. Don't you love Eric?
you know what? He got it so that I could talk to Piri and Flax. So
I love him. He's just a
Yeah,
great guy.
he's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite too. I would take
person.
him over Cyphus.
He's on my list of favorite people.
Yeah. Oh, you're crying. I totally would take Eric over you, dude. Like in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, I take him over you too.
Well, good.
Yeah.
We'd both have
Yeah,
him. then.
good.
We'd have to clone him.
Good. Eric, will you marry me? My own marriage proposal. It's legal
words
where
I've been
it's
waiting
legal
to
where
hear.
Eric lives.
Yeah, just hop on a bus down to Calafé and
Yeah.
and marry
Yeah,
Marcuzzi.
I will. Get rid of Mrs. Marcuse. Cyphus is coming.
See? Will you marry me? The words I've been waiting for since I divorced my ex-husband.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Haya, it's been such a pleasure. I'm sure we'll have you on again soon. You're awesome.
when
You're
you finish-
enigmatic.
And when you finish phase 2, hit us up. I'd love to. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
geek.
we're going to be a part of phase 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
need more
I'm a
people.
geek for research stuff, and I'd love to delve into that with
And
you.
I'm a geek for being a girl.
Yeah, there you go.
What? I'm looking for like 100 people. So I think we're at like 27.
Oh, let's totally get you like 100 people right
Yeah, so
away.
if you guys want to sign up, and you can do it at the Play Like a Girl, I'm on that site right now looking at it. There's an area where you can basically join up.
We'll link it, and we'll also spam it in the Guildie.
Isn't it pretty? I totally made that website.
Yeah, it looks great. We should have you make our website.
Yeah, we don't even have a website. We just have text with like a black background. Like they
It's
just
so
even call that
professional.
You
a
know what I
website.
recently discovered? You guys have YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Do we?
Yeah, you
Let,
do.
let me check. Is it still
You
there?
do.
Is
You
it
do?
still there?
And you have a Patreon, which, by
Yes.
the way, I want one of those jerseys.
Yeah, it's expensive. I understand.
It is
It's the
expensive.
I know.
executive.
I have no monies, or I would already have been paid.
I
for
know. If we could make it any cheaper to get the jerseys,
If we were Santa Claus, I would give everybody a
we
jersey.
could do the jerseys for cheaper, but no money would go to the guild, and it just doesn't feel right.
Well, we want to do a tournament a month, and I know it'll take some time to get there, but once we do, it's going to be really awesome, where we have like $100 tournament every single month where it's free entry.
I mean, 82L, what the lower bracket's only $55.
Yeah.
And it's $5 entry. So
Oh, wow. Yeah, so we'll do and we're going to pick your team based on if you're on the .p guild. We're going to make it as fair as possible. You don't get to pick your team. We're going to make it fair, and we're going to base it on MMR. And so you have to work with a team that you don't necessarily know. And that's going to be the challenge. That's the one thing that I am imposing. There's no
Yeah.
that's
team
actually
picking.
really cool because,
Yes.
and people are going to get pissed off, so be careful.
Well,
But-
I don't care if they're pissed off. Get along with your team and win the $100 free.
or get out my guild.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
no, you don't have to get out of the guild. Just be nice. That's
Yeah.
all. Like we
Sorry,
have very
my enforcer was coming out there a little
no
bit.
Denomos. I realized is our enforcer. So if we ever have any trouble, we're just gonna defer it right on to Denomos.
because he's so good at being mean to people.
He's
he
good
really
at taking
is.
care of shit. Like he'll move people to the penalty box and mumble all the time.
Oh, and we should get Haya in. We need to get
On the
Haya in.
Mumble?
Well, no, on the game,
Mumble.
yeah.
to force Denomos to shave his beard.
No, that's a terrible thing.
I don't think it should go through the mail
Beards
system.
are amazing.
His beard. Ugh.
Sorry, my boyfriend shaved his beard once, and I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
I'm
they don't look the
I've
same.
been sleeping with you for 2 years. That's what your face looks like.
Trust me,
Why would you make
Denomos.
somebody shave their beard?
Well,
Denomos is a man who needs
he's-
that beard to cover that
He's
face
fighting
up.
for his beard. He made a bad bet, and somebody's
A
taking him
really
up on
bad
it.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
So
well then, you made your bed.
yeah, he did make his bed, and he's gonna have to sleep in it with no beard. So,
It's winter though. His face is gonna be so cold.
he lives in California. He can get
He'll
Oh,
over
be
the
fuck
winter.
that then.
fine.
Yeah,
he'll
he
be
lives in
fine.
Yeah,
California.
sorry, Canadian speaking.
Yeah, we're like freezing in here. Cyphus and I, our mics haven't broken yet, which is lucky.
That's good.
So, Hyasiance, I really like you a lot. I'll
Well,
tell you
thank
that much.
you.
I'm
I
not
like
going to propose to you, but I
okay.
really like you a lot. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Nope.
It is.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's completely our pleasure. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. Since its inception, we've been
I know.
looking forward to this. So, finally, on the perfect episode 42.
Aha.
Thank you so much, Hyasiance. Do you have any parting words?
No.
Okay,
Thank
well, we
you,
do.
'cause I
We
love
do
your
for
podcast.
you.
We do
Oh,
for
thank
you because if you want to find Haya, in addition to all the places we already talked about, where the links will be up on our website, you can also find her at Hyasiance. Hyasiance. I'm sorry.
Hyasiance.
Hyasiance. I always want to say Hyasiance.
Hyasiance.
It's at Hyasiance. That's on Twitter, where you can follow her and keep up with her. And we didn't even mention or really talk about the Easy Ladies at all.
Oh, yeah.
You
What?
can if you want. They're fabulous.
Yeah,
Do you know what I found out today? Because you watch have you watched some of our games?
Yes, we of course.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have.
And you know how awesome Vanity is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she's a fabulous carry.
I mean,
Do you
I'm
know
a
what
pretty
I
good
found out
carry
today?
too, though. I mean, I can
Okay.
carry pretty much. No, just kidding. Go ahead. Vanity's
Do you know
way
what I
good.
found out about her today?
What?
She's been playing. We knew she had a shitty computer. She's been playing with like 2-second lag for like ever. But what I found out today was not only does she have 2-second lag, she's been playing on like a little notebook with an 11-inch monitor.
What?
Yeah,
We need to start a Patreon to get her a
new
decent
computer.
computer.
I think she's getting a new we haven't had practice in a couple weeks, well, with Christmas and everything, but also because her computer finally died. But
oh my God, we'll get her a computer.
no, but I can't believe like that she's been playing on that.
Yeah, that's
That's
horrible
insane.
conditions.
Do you guys are you guys playing in any upcoming tournaments? Anything going on with Easy Ladies that we should know about?
We signed up for the next season of 82L. We've been playing, as we can with the .p people.
Yeah, you
And-
guys
It's been a
have
blast.
been. You have been. You've been playing a lot with us.
I know. Well, not me. I
Not-
haven't
not
even
with
personally.
me.
Panda has been playing a lot. I
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
And she had the most horrible game today that she had to like voice chat with me to tell me how bad it was.
In .p?
She was just like one little snippet. No, not with .p.
Oh.
She was playing solo ranked,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a 4100 solo ranked match.
Oof.
And she got told by the treant, and because she was on Medusa, she had a treant and Rubik in her lane, and she got told by the treant to stop stealing his farm because he called Carrie.
Wow.
And she ended up getting forced to go mid, and then they blamed a game loss on her. Even though at that, like, within the first 10 minutes of the game, their bristleback in the offlane was 0-10. I think he finished at 1-14.
That's what 4.5K is like? Or 4.1K?
4,100, yeah.
Cool. I'll be there
So
soon.
that's what you guys are working towards.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
that's
gonna
a
Sand
realistic goal.
I'm just gonna Sand
one
King.
day we'll be there.
Sand King the way to 4,900.
It's okay, I don't want to talk about my MMR. It's, like, tanked out of control.
What? Oh, no. State of Affairs with Hyasiance.
Oh, yeah, we
What
gotta
is
do
your
that
state
before
of
you go.
affairs?
Shit, I wasn't going to bring that up. God damn it.
That's your own fault now.
I know. Okay. I calibrated much higher. Okay.
Okay.
My current solo MMR is 2995. It's like I have been over 3K so many times, and then I get like a stream of like hide my boots in the trees, losers.
Wow.
And I play support, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't play carry or anything, so it's hard to anyway. And 2730 for my party, but I play with like all my friends and stuff, and
And they're not as good as you.
That's not the team. MMR.
What is the Easy Ladies team MMR?
I don't know. I don't think we finally finished our calibration.
Really?
I think we had started them, and then we had a lot of turnover for the fifth girl.
Oh, okay.
To be.
Yeah, and that could take a minute. And you guys have been playing a ton in tournaments together, so
Yeah.
that's not really going to help with calibrating a team MMR.
No, so I mean, we did pretty good in AD2L. I was really proud of us.
Where'd
We
you-
like lost a team member sort of in the middle of AD2L and pulled in one of our stand-ins, and then that's when we started like kicking some serious ass in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I know. We
think
watched a couple. Where did you guys finally place?
Semifinals, I think. Yeah, but the
Semifinals.
Dudons beat us out. They were pretty good.
Whew. Well,
So I
that's
think
awesome.
if we had beaten them, I think we were in the finals or something. I can't
Top
remember.
four.
Yeah, that's impressive.
we
And
were
that was a
doing-
tough tournament, nonetheless. Or at
We
least
lost
it
every
felt
game.
really tough on
I don't
Dotty's
even know if
side.
I got a kill in 82L. I'll be honest. Or
You
an
guys
assist.
freaking did it though, so
So badly we did it. It was that.
I'm just gonna get a
It
team.
made me realize
and
how bad we
Cyphus, and then
sucked.
like any 5K plus player I can find, and I'm just gonna coordinate with them on how to carry us to a victory in 82L.
Please
it's
tell
funny
us what to
because
do.
all of our girls placed in like the top 100 of players for some stat. I think when Amanda was giving me stats, I was third for assists in the tournament out of like 1,200 players
Whoa.
as support, and then
And your witch doctor is your kind of signature support, right?
look at it go. Yeah. And Feeder Noob casted one of our games, and she liked my set, which I took as a really huge compliment. Like she had to pause it and the game, and just focus on the set I was wearing as Witch Doctor. So
Nice.
kind of felt like a Dota fashionista. It
Were you
was
wearing
great.
the top hat?
I was wearing the top hat. I had the
yeah.
top hat
Nice.
and the snake
Oh, the snake around the neck, the snake scarf.
and the bones on the back, and then the staff that looks like Crash Bandicoot. You know the map?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I love it. 'Cause
Crash Bandicoot. Yep.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, we got to let you go, High, before we go down this terrible rabbit
No,
hole.
let's talk about Crash Bandicoot. Let's talk about Crash Bandicoot.
I totally remember beating that game with my cousin when we were like 12.
I totally remember beating that game like 10 times.
Well,
Anyway, okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, Haya. We appreciate it as always, and we will be there for phase 2. And like I said, everything's going to be up on the website where folks can find it. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what happens.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest co-host,
was that?
Hyasiance. Thank you so much.
How long do you have to be on to be a co-host? Because
35 minutes plus.
Oh,
yeah.
then we're definitely close,
Yeah. No, I don't think we can just say guest or guest co-host. Really, we can really decide.
Hey, I'm calling
You
this
can't make
episode
me
"Play
shut
Like a
up.
Girl." So
how I roll.
Well, it was
Yeah.
long overdue. Thank you so much for coming on Defense of the Patients, and you have a great day, Hyasiance.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
hey guys, want another way to get in touch with Defense of the Patients? Well, we have a phone number. give us a call at 888-410-7150. Leave us any kind of message you want. We'll play some of the funnier ones on the show. Again, that number's 888-410-7150, and that's how you can call Defense of the Patients. And we're back. Great interview with Haya. Definitely go out and check out all of that stuff.
Read the JoinDota article. It's really, really good.
Actually, go to their website, the Play Like a Girl website, and read that full article because they get into some stats there.
That are really interesting.
I wish we would have discussed a little bit more with her.
Share the one stat.
That 30% of games had a prediction of a loss based solely on the fact that they had a female player.
Ridiculous.
Prior to the play. So
like
30% of all those games.
Like, before the game even starts, they're like,
that's
fuck this, we have a woman, we lose.
Three out of your 10 hours were spent playing with people who decided that you had lost already because you were a woman.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Anyway, I hope that we helped raise awareness of this, and I hope if any of you do listen to our show, just stop, man. You are hidden,
participate in these activities.
Yeah, who are misogynistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at least think about it. There are people who are playing, and some of them are better. I mean, hell, I'm a man, and I play a lot worse than those easy ladies.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
for damn sure.
Yeah. And I mean, you've been under an anonymous veil already, so you can stop under an anonymous veil as well.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna come hunt you with pitchforks. It's just like
let's be about good vibes.
Yeah, let's be about like professionalism and like we love this game and we all want to be content creators and we all want to grow this community and be awesome. Can't do it with that type of shit.
Yeah, at least have pride in the way you present yourself in a hobby. Even if you just play it casually.
And even if you play it casually, it's a hobby. It is.
And they're funny. There's a fine line between like talking shit and having sportsman-like fun,
Yeah. I mean, it always bugged me that, like, I don't even watch football. I don't, I'll be honest with y'all. But when they, like, dance after getting a touchdown, it's like there are literally, like, 3 billion people watching the Super Bowl or whatever, and you're dancing like a fool because you got a touchdown. Like, I'm sure it feels incredible. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, how cool would it be if you just, like, dropped the ball and just walked back and sat on the bench and just, like, no big deal, like, I'm the shit, right? That's why I'm here.
That's one way to approach it. But there are other schools of thought. Wazoo is somebody who's of the other school of thought.
He'd be a dancer for sure.
He'd be a dancer for sure.
A dancer and a crier.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, he would freak out. He'd be the type of dude yelling that you couldn't hear what he was saying, but it's like, that dude is pissed.
Especially when he's playing one of those hard carries whom he's perfected.
Not perfected.
Well, he's
played him like he's like I'm 95-4 with Lycan. He's not that.
No, he is.
He's like 70% win rate with Lycan.
Yeah, he hit 66-34 at his 100 game moment with Lycan.
Oh wow! I mean, 100 games with any hero is a huge commitment.
Yeah.
So I've never done that. My most is Nature's Prophet, sitting at like 60. Got Nature's Prophet in one too. That's what I forgot to say. Nature's Prophet.
Speaking
got
of tributaries of thought.
Yeah. I'm now like 64% the way through my All Hero or something like that. 66, 64. I'm gonna finish that. I was hoping to finish it over this break, and I don't think it's gonna happen because I'm on Earth Spirit.
Ugh.
Fuck.
Yeah,
like,
that sucks.
If anybody can play Earth Spirit really well, go ahead and just log on to my account. We'll just get you all logged in, and
it'll be a lot of fun. You'll be playing at a 16 something. MMR.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that. Yeah. I don't cheat, bro.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, let's let the interview do most of the talk in this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's close her.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys for listening, of course.
Absolutely.
And just for this year.
Yeah, let's talk about 2014 a little bit.
Yeah, it was an awesome year. They're awesome again. That's, I'm recognizing how often I say it.
Wow, you do say awesome a lot.
All the time.
So it was a incredible
year.
It was a delightful year. The past 6 months have been a crazy ride. We went from creating this podcast and getting virtually no one listening to it, but we didn't care. We had fun. We were listening to it. To now, a lot of people listen to this podcast, which surprised. And I'm not saying that like brushing my shoulders off, like what's up. Like we have a new episode now. We have every single week with Guild Chat. Like of course our numbers are going to go up, but we didn't anticipate 2014 to be such a great year, and we look so forward to 2015.
Just thanks for everybody who's gotten involved. Either Joe Schmo or Curbside,
both of them
invited me to the Steam group.
Oh yeah, one of them created a Steam group. I think because somebody mentioned like, how can you call yourself bling bling if you don't have a bling bling Steam group? And it's like, okay, we'll make one. Like that's how .p is.
Yeah,
No obstacles
just the
too big.
community. Yeah, they recognized we didn't have one, and
we have
filled
like
that niche.
forums, like
it's defenseofthepatients.boards.net.
.net. Yeah, I mean we have an
And
incredible willingness for people to build with us, and thank you.
The forums is an awesome place to go for information because resident experts like Ursinity,
he's really good. Yeah,
Vix has been really good
Vix
about
is
helping
really good,
people.
yeah.
And I guess he's in Europe right now. I learned from listening to. Easy
Oh yeah,
to
he
Numb
said
List.
he was
Yeah.
like gone. I saw something like I can't play Dota, blah. And it's like you're in Europe, dude.
Yeah,
Enjoy
go
the
have fun.
science.
Don't
Yeah.
play Dota. Go play Europe.
Oh, I would play Dota if I were in Europe. I'd rather play Dota than play Europe if I were in Europe.
Oh, that's sad.
But there are plenty of people that are in Europe that listen to this, and we want to thank everybody. We are on every continent, even Africa.
Even Antarctica.
Not Antarctica,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't
who
think we were-
counts a
didn't think we were everywhere.
floating piece of ice
There are people
as a
down there,
continent?
and I won't rest until I get every Dota player on Antarctica listening
Well,
to this podcast.
Every continent but Antarctica, Defense of the Patients has now landed on. We love all of you. It's been an incredible journey, and we want to say thank you. We're done. We only were doing this for 2014.
Yep, so it's over now.
So it's
See you
over.
guys.
This is our last. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to a very bright 2015 future. I'll be honest. Us going to this tournament here in Vegas, for me, I'm going to say it on the air, is up in the air. Cyphus still wants to go.
Yeah, I kind of do.
I want to go. Like, who doesn't want to go to Vegas? But I'm going to Anaheim right after that. I'm going to Anaheim
travel,
California for like 6 days or something like that. 4 days after we'd get back from Vegas.
I'm just saying.
And it's just like, oh god,
I'm willing to go.
Yeah, I want to go too. It's kind of a bummer that we couldn't get a hold of anybody for a press pass, and now we're going to get down there and be like, hey, can we record on the floor? And they're going to be like, no. Look at the line of people who wanted to record on the floor that are here. And it's just
Yeah,
like,
I'm not worried about that. We can go, we'll watch, we'll have a good time.
We'll have a
it'll
good
still be
time.
fun.
I want to share my good time, though. That's
sure, but we
mean-
will. We'll record it. We'll record back afterwards while everything's really fresh on our minds. It'll be a lot of fun, and quite frankly, it'll be nicer because we'll be able to kind of control some of the sound. There'll be a lot of issues there. You were talking
That's
about having
part of the
concerns with
fun.
mobile equipment. You know,
Well, I'm going to bring pretty much everything. I mean, we're going to be driving to Las Vegas. I won't be driving to California, thankfully, but we would be driving, so we can take all of our stuff.
yeah.
And we were initially going to meet Eric, but it didn't work out either because it's just so much shit. So
Well, we'll figure it out.
we're going to figure it out. We
got a couple
want
of
to
days.
make it. We want. Yeah. When would we have to leave? Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Like, my fiance has given me the like, oh yeah, you can go have fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. But we're going to a movie on Sunday, so if you don't, you're not gonna come to the movie. And it's like, no, I would have to go.
We'd be on the road.
And oh well, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just go watch the movie with your mom. It's fine. Me and your mom will go. It's like, so it doesn't bother you that I'm
yeah.
going? And she's like,
Yeah.
no, you've worked
They're
really
just gonna
hard.
talk mad shit about you. While
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish
Roland.
come down here and watch a movie with me.
Yeah, indeed.
Anyway.
Well, let's go ahead and close it.
All right. If you want to find us, you can find us at defenseofthepatients.com. Of course, by searching on iTunes for Defense of the Patients. You can also follow us on Twitter at @p_show. And
Patreon.
Oh,
You can give us
yeah,
money to help grow the cause and whatnot if you want to.
Yeah, grow the podcast and the guild.
You don't have to do like $25 a month if you want a shirt. You can do $25 once and then nothing.
Yeah. All you got to do is do that first reward or that first month of the payment, and then you get that first month's reward.
Yes.
So yeah, it's all up on the website. You can go take a look at that. So I think that's about it. Anything else you want to talk about, Roland? Any new iTunes reviews you want to read?
No, I just want to say thank you once again to everybody, and what a fucking awesome 2014. Let's have an even better 2015.
Yeah, have a happy New Year's, guys. So until next time, this is Cyphus for Roland and Hyasiance saying good luck and Godspeed.
I think you're either a misogynistic creepo or you're not. And if you're a misogynistic creepo, go fuck yourself.